phase of this training, the next phase of this training is starting very soon, and it's going to begin on the 22nd of November. And I know many of us here have been asking some questions about the training. So it's going to start very soon, and this is just the free training, and this is just like the beginning, and there's going to be so much more with the advanced training and the expert training. So if you're interested in joining those trainings, you can actually like send us a message on WhatsApp. And training is going to cost $500. You can actually start with $500, but the initial price is $1,000. But you can start with that. That is to begin the class with us on 22nd. So if you're interested, you can send us a message. If you have any concern, you can send us a message on WhatsApp. And also, I want to talk about the certificates. I know we said at the beginning that it's not important or it's not compulsory, but it's something that is really going to help most of us here. When we get that entry level job, you can actually use us as reference during the interview phase and everything. So it's something that can actually help you. So if you're interested in getting the certificate, you can get it for $50. And you can also send us a message if you're interested, or if you have any inquiry at all, you can send us a message. So lastly, before I go, I'm going to be dropping a feedback form. So you guys can just like, talk about your experience, about the training, what you have learned, how the training has been for you so far. This is going to help us to improve more on our incoming training, because this is not where it's going to end. We have other trainings coming up, and we would like to like, improve on the experiences that we get. Like we have to like improve on the trainings so that you learn better and you get better at what you're trying to learn. So I'm going to drop it on the chat. So just give me 1 minute. Let me drop it on the chat box.
Okay, thank you, Ajiri, for the information. I believe other people will work with that, and then I'm sure that she's willing to work with every other person too as well. Right. So I am going to, cause our usual ways to for us to do the knowledge check.
Yeah,
So
sorry. Okay, sorry,
yeah,
Mr.
yeah,
Jai. Before you
go ahead.
continue.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Sure. So I just dropped it on the chat box, so you can just help us fill the form, and it's just going to take a few minutes of your time. It's not really going to take much time. So please help us to fill the form. And also you can also follow us on our social media pages. We dropped the link on the WhatsApp group so that you can get more information on the trainings and other things that we're going to be doing in coming months. So um I'm just going to leave you all with Mr. Ajayi for you to get started with your class. Thank you all very much, and congratulations to you all for joining this training. I'm very sure we have all enjoyed our experiences. Thank you so much. Bye.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Ajiri. It's been a good manager. Appreciate your effort and for what you've been doing. Right. So me, I'm a technical person. They are the one who does the programming. Okay. So we'll do a knowledge check. So I'm going to be dropping. She had dropped a feedback form, I think, on this, and I'm going to drop the knowledge the form on the WhatsApp now. Just for us to just take and then we'll go over it again. Okay, so we'll go over it again after the class. I mean, after so usually probably take 5 minutes or less. I believe we can do much. Um, so I'm going to call it quiz. Okay, that's the quiz 5. Okay, so the time start now should be about 4:31. think my local time, we should be through. All right, so let's get started. I think I may have copied the wrong one, if I'm correct. So I think I copied the, so sorry. Oh, we may have to go through that by ourselves. So I picked, I posted, oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. So I think I was right. All right. So let's go over a quiz. All right. Thanks everyone for participating. I thought I clearly copied the wrong one. So let's go over this. So I'm going to share my screen. Okay. So let's look at the questions that we have. So the questions we have it with SharePoint. I can create both communication site and team site. True or false? I think everybody should be very aware of that. So we want to answer this one. Anyone? True or false?
False. Yep.
Come again?
False.
Yeah, you can actually, so the answer is true. You can create communication sites and team sites. You can create both of them. With SharePoint, you can create both of them. So you can create a team communication site. You can also create a team site. So the question is not says you can actually create them. And I'm not saying you combine both of them, but you can actually create them. So I can share file internally and externally using SharePoint or OneDrive. It's true or false? If you can share, it's true. You can share SharePoint. You can use SharePoint to share the folder either internally or externally. Now, even though in some organizations, they may put a restriction, but you can actually do that. You can share your own personal drive, which is OneDrive, and they can share a group, which is a combined shared drive. So, which is SharePoint. So it's true. The answer is true. So let's go to the second one, the third one. Purview is a compliance-related features that help organizations with data governance. True or false? So, anyone who have any idea thought about this? Compliance. Purview is all about compliance. And one of the things that it does is to help with data governance. We have data governance, data protection. So the answer is true. DLP, which is data loss prevention, does not help organizations to keep data safe. Is it true or false? So, of course, it's false. Data loss prevention, helps organizations to keep data safe. Team chat is the only way to collaborate in Teams, in Microsoft Teams. Is that true? Is it team chat is the only way to collaborate? Is that the only way? Team chat. So of course we know that that's not the only way. So it's false. We can collaborate through team chats. We have channels. Then we can integrate a lot of applications into it for different collaborations. So definitely that's not the only way. The last question is security. Microsoft Defender for 365 policies is vital to control the security features? True or false? So the answer is true, because it's almost everything goes through policies. Almost everything goes through policies. So the answer is true. All right, thanks so much. I'm going to just I'll entertain one or two questions as regards. Okay, I think some people are actually giving the same link. Oh, okay, yeah, it's not the same link I shared. Thanks. So I'm going to um just before we start, if there are questions that maybe based on what you are doing, you need questions and in regards to the last assignment, you can raise your hand or something just for me to just take a look at it. If you want me to go ahead, then we'll go ahead with what we have today. Any question related to what we've been working on or what you're working on? Just want us to take a look at. Any question? Okay. So I'm going to just dive, straight to what we have today. One of the things, the first thing I want us to have, keep our mind focused is the issue of job search. Of course, we are looking beyond just job search. It's also to keep our job. And I want to put it here that, if you want to get a job, this is time for you to start, compiling or putting down all your experiences. Get your resume on your resume anyway. So those are the things we are going to be looking at: the job search, then how would I say decommission, but I'm going there. I don't want to say by anybody will be charged, so I need to address that earlier. And then we'll go into SharePoint permission. If you have been working on SharePoint, you've done some practice on it, and if you have any question related to the SharePoint permission, we shared that yesterday. And then we'll explore Teams channels. Then we'll also explore data loss. We'll see how much we can do, cover on data loss prevention. Then we'll also go to, O365. Made mistake on this one. O365 and Explorer with a very good tools in searching emails. We're going to go over that. Then also, we are going to also look at the security policies. We can't do all of them, but we are going to just have an idea of what those policies are. And then, of course, in details, we'll be doing much. Now, before I go into all that, now we have, I know some people have, problem in creating an account from the beginning. So there was a problem about, whether the account was marked. You can't be able to create account, or maybe you are even skeptical of even creating an account in the first place. So I decided to create an account, which I'm going to share. I think, where is it? So I created an account. So this account is a dev account. Dev account in the sense that let me show you what I mean. So under the user, you see here, they're all developer accounts. See, you could see my name here. You could see in all is it zero now? 0S5ST on Microsoft. So it's an account that I created from Microsoft because we are partner to Microsoft. So I'll be able to create this account with a sandbox. So basically, they've created this one for you. So I only created this test account. Every other thing was created, for you to practice with. So what I can do is for you to use this account for as many who want to go into the next class who feel that, I can't create my own account. So what I would do is that I will just do an invitation to you. You will do an invitation. I'll just go and do an invitation. And then let me see. Under creating of accounts, I can just do an invitation through invite. and then get you access, all the need access to this environment, so you can practically use all you need to use. You can practice with all these mailbox that have been pre-created already. All this created was created by Microsoft, so I didn't create them. But you can work with it. So I have several things that are populated already, so you don't need to create any from the scratch. Now, the caveat to this is that you are expected, based on the training you are expected to have, you're expected to be able to create a tenant account. You're expected to work with it. So your tenant, if you have created one, is still okay. And it's only people who are having challenges. So if you have created one, because if the one you have created, you can be able to go to the next class, you can be able to bring in your domain and other things because it's your own. And they say, but I'm only going to show you how to protect that account if you want to keep it, so that Microsoft will not going to charge you. So you don't need to worry about that. So for those who are going to continue, so you have something, you can't be stranded. You have something you can work with, so we can share this and work with this and do all you need to do for the entire program, even up to expert level, whatever you see you want to use. So it's a dev account, within our system. So that's that. So let me quickly go over the first thing. The first thing is the job search. Like I said, so this is the time that you need to start building your resume. For those who might want to, if you are into other things and you feel like, okay, I just need to just use it to just get a job or something, this is time for you to start getting into. And we'll take a look at, then of course, another thing is that like Ajiri said, if you need to use us as a reference, that's when you need us to say, okay, you are paying for it, you are paying for certificate, and then you use us as a reference. So we can say, okay, this person has been working for us for so time. We can say, oh, this person has been working for us for so time because you actually trained with us. Yes, we can use it as a reference. So again, for those who are going to have expert class or advanced class, automatically for them, because they have to use us as a reference, because one of the key things they are going to be looking for is, okay, you say you can do this, you can do this. Where did you do those things? Where have you done them? You should be able to say, oh, I've done them in this, in a Mr. Green project. Oh, I did this in Mr. Green project. And then people to have the confidence. And then in most cases, they might say, okay, give us a reference. Who can we contact in there? Who can support you and things like that? So we want to make sure that we protect everybody, even if you want to get another job. So we are fine with that. So we have several job portals you can check. So I think I checked a couple of them when I was listing this out. Dice, Recruiters, LinkedIn. I know I can't imagine number of people that actually checking my LinkedIn page like like I think I checked it last time and I saw, well, maybe checking my LinkedIn page. Let me see. So not sure. Was it? I'm saying, yeah, so I was like, what are we? So checking the LinkedIn page, I mean, so what about 132? I mean, I was like, what are they looking for? Of course, I know I have a lot of people calling me for jobs here and there, a couple of them sending me DMs, are you available for these jobs? Are you available? I mean, I can't do all the jobs. So I'm quite a number of people who can actually get a job. So I mean, they will just go and start checking if any opportunity, because some of them are marketers. They are trying to, you know, just get you a job and all that. Of course, I can't do more than one or two jobs myself. So now, so you can use LinkedIn is a very powerful tool. You can put your profile there, try to review your profile. Also, when you get to any of these portal, I think I just try to check a few of them to even see, just search your Office 365 admin. And then one of the things you need to do is to look at the skill there. Some of them in my GCCI, this is, well, it doesn't matter, it almost same thing. But look at the skill, you will just realize that it's almost the same thing as what you are talking about, compliance and all this, maintenance, configuration. Let me see. I think I saw another one. So this one is for Dex, Microsoft, so you just search, you can search along that side, and then basically you see such as Entra ID, SharePoint. So you are just almost there. So, but of course, if you get an interview, you might require some higher level of experience. I think this one is about between 60 to 80, depending on your level of experience and things like that. So again, it's I know it's just the entry, right? So it's up to you, I think, by 11 days. So you can just go there and begin to make your search, right? I always believe that you should start looking for a job from an advanced, when you complete an advanced level, because by that time your resume is full already. You have a lot of, because you are doing, a lot of people are submitting just like you're also submitting. You have a lot of things to offer, and then it's a very good opportunity for you for that. If, like I said, if you are earning very well and you don't have any problem, that's fine. But if you feel that you need to make a change, that's when you need to actually say, oh, I really want to really go into this. I really want to give my time to it. And they will give you all the backing, all you need to do. So, and then even including the soft skills, what you need to do to get a job. So I will just leave it at that for those who are in there. And then, of course, it doesn't really have to be UK, I mean, US, if you are in Canada or you are in UK, you can just look for something related to this kind of job, and then you within this space, whether in Dice or whether in LinkedIn, any of those ones, and then you are good to go. So that's on the aspect of job search. So then of course you can use the keywords, because those are lower level job, right? So you can use that keyword, and then, like I said, I would recommend that you start off with when you are done with an admin or advanced class, and that's when for the it gives you competitive advantage, and then you're able to do what you need to do, and then you're not going to get stuck with the interview, or you get a job, you can't keep the job. So you want to make sure that you get a job or you can keep the job, because you have enough experience, enough detail, and then you have gone through a lot of troubleshooting, so that you don't get angry when you are in the job. So we're going to, that's on that. So coming to the commissioning. So I want to say that I wish I can use one person's account, but let me just say this. Now you are giving at least 25 licenses. So within 25 license, let me first use my own environment first to take a look at what's likely going to play out here. So the first thing that they will ask you when it comes to let me answer this. Okay, so the first thing that will happen when it comes to your license is that first you check all the active users, and then make sure that two things. If you want to keep your tenants and you don't want to be charged, go to all your users. I told you to license them because for a practice. Go to all your users one by one and unlicense them to start with. Because if you keep any one of them beyond 30 days period, they are going to be charged. So please note this, because your credit card is there. That's one. Two is that if you want to, it doesn't matter if you don't have license, you can always sign into your account. So any day you feel like using it. The second thing you can do is that all those mailboxes that you have licensed, you can convert them to share mailbox. You can convert any of these share mail, and probably need to try that. So, but the good thing is that you can always remove, if you want to preserve those email conversations and all that, because the minute you remove the license from a regular mailbox, after 30 days, the whole mailbox will go. If you relicense them again, it's going to come up with a new this thing. So you may want to make sure if you want to create, just convert it to share mailbox. So there's a way you can convert a regular mailbox to share mailbox. Let me just quickly show you that. If I go to my Exchange, I use this method mostly for enterprise organization. Maybe if somebody resigned or somebody was terminated, they will say, oh, just remove the license. I said, don't need to remove the license. All you need to do is just to preserve that person's history, conversation, and some other person might want to get into that mailbox to know what's going on. It's not going to cost you anything. Just convert that mailbox to a share mailbox. And then that email will be preserved and it doesn't need a license. So that's the idea about, it's just understanding that, oh, I can create as many share mailboxes within my environment. It doesn't require any license, so which is okay for me. So you might want to do that. So if I go to under mailbox, let me say this is my home now. You could see user mailbox. You can see share mailbox, and my is a user mailbox. All I need to do is just come over here, and then order here, and then it asks me if I want to. Where's it safe? Mailbox. Convert to order. Recover tribute. Oh yeah, is here. So convert to share mailbox. So it's asking me, do I want to convert it to share mailbox? If I convert to share mailbox, now of course I will have 50 gig, but what is keeping my account to be 100 gig is because I put a license there. Now, will I still be able to because like I said, the user mailbox regular will have a delegation on all the share mailbox, whichever share mailbox you want to have. So it might be difficult for me to be able to use all the delegation that I have in other mailbox. So, and then it might not be my default mailbox sending emails to me directly. So I'm not going to convert it. I'm just saying that just in case you want to preserve all your activities within the scene. So all you need to do first, I would say convert all them to share mailbox if you want to keep them because for your history. Then 2, go to where you will remove them. Go to, where is that? So, see, this is Exchange. Go to under, we have billings. Yeah, you can use under, you can go for each of them and remove it. Then you're going to get a notification about your billings, about your products, or whatever it is. So, and that too also you can also do that. You can also do that. So you see here, license. You can say way of removing them, or actually deleting them, or actually saying, oh, you are no longer needed. This is no longer all these ones are no longer needed. You can remove the license or cancel subscription here. Now, canceling subscription doesn't mean that your ID will not continue to work. It will continue to work. The only thing is that you can sign in, you can see every other thing, or you may not be able to enjoy other resources like create SharePoint file, or you'll not be able to do all that. So you might want to make sure that you have that at the back of your mind. So those are the things you do just to keep it. If you want to close it completely, then initiate this thing with Microsoft support. Just contact Microsoft support. Oh, I need to close my account completely, and then just go with it. So, and things like that. So initiate the support, and then they would close the account completely. The essence of it is that I don't want anybody to be charged, because I asked you to put down it's a free account, you could be charged. So again, alternative is that if you don't want to have a full control, like you have a global account, you can do as you like. You want to use a shared account that is fine. you are welcome, especially for those who want to go for a long time, Also, you can extend the free trial. Usually they give you one time to extend it, which as it's getting closer, because they expected that the account provided for you want to use it for company, for profits, as a company, and then you are doing some tests there. You want to be sure what you want to buy and things. That's why they give you free 30 days trial. And then, of course, if you said, oh, I need this to be extended for the next 30 days, that means 60 days. You can enjoy all the licenses and all that thing apart from Teams, which I think they probably deliberately removed. So that way you can enjoy that as well. So you can enjoy that as well. So now I would now go to, so that's how to make sure you commission your account. We talked about the commission. Now let's go to SharePoint. Going to for the SharePoint, I probably would not want to start getting somebody's account right now. But however, I can just use my environment to quickly talk little about SharePoint and permission, right? So we have that hierarchy we already talked about. So I will say that SharePoint is a place where you have so we have the sites, and then you have from the sites you have we have different let's say you have the sites. Yeah, let me use this one for instance. Let me use this. So for those who are going to be a member of this site, for instance, let's say for this site, you could see different level of permission in that hierarchy. We have the members, have the owners, and you can add owners. We have members of this site. We have site admins. Usually, so we have site admins who can control the site admins. We have site owners. We have site members, site visitors. If you want to bring somebody externally, then about membership amount. So you can, these are, so in your own account, so part of what you're going to do is just to make sure that you do all this. I know we didn't really deep dive into this yesterday. So you can share externally too as well. You can share externally, can invite existing guests who are already within the organization. All these are things we can do to share any member of the site. So, of course, time will not permit us to go exclusively to go through everything, right? But I just want to say that we would do all the things we can. Next, want to make sure that we have to have enough time, because we have enough time. Of course, we're going to have enough time to do that. So you see this, I try and practice with it, and then I think that's this on this, because we don't have things. Then I think I have my OneDrive. This is my OneDrive. I think I was trying to let me quit and try to open again. If I close it. So we have open folder. So this is my OneDrive. So it sync almost everything I have on my system to this place. So all the documents I have on my system, that's why I said that even if something happened and I need to, so you already sync everything I have, almost everything I have that I asked to sync. So if I want to give permission for sharing of this, then I can share this. I can bring in somebody to share with me. I can bring in from externally to share this document, and the other person will see it, and I can be able to. So it's sharing from my own OneDrive account, so which is a cloud account. So you can share externally, and then you can share this. So let me quickly go to Teams. So this one is just Teams user and channels. Let's quickly go to Teams. For good news for those who are going to be using the developer account, there's a Teams there on that developer account. So I think I can use the developer account here now. This developer account as Teams. So I'm on an incognito. So developer account as Teams. So the one given to you doesn't have Teams. So developer as Teams. So there are a whole lot of things here. You know, we did the structure last time where we have where you can actually configure your PSTN and all that, voice and all that, phone numbers and all that. We've talked about voice routing. Of course, we're going to take a look at all these things in the next class. So we have you can first let's talk about Teams. You can manage teams, members, which is people, policies and all these things are there. Let's take a look at teams. This is that different teams. I think in my own I said, well, teams user, okay, we have different teams. So here, and then we also have users. So the users who are within the organization who are also using. So we have this. Oh, I forgot that this is my developer account. So this one has teams and also it's a whole lot of work that can be done here if you collaborate. So it's a big one. And so I just created it this morning. So for those who might want to, so when you have invited into this environment, you see everything I'm saying. Everything I'm saying, you see it, and you can manage, can work with it, can send email between the two, and then you can use it for different scenario, query states, user state, where is this one coming from, and all that. So a whole lot of things can be done. Interesting for the next class. So you have so much to work with. So for those who are going to be going to the next class. What other things I need to mention? Then now we'll talk about the DLP. The DLP, let me just go through from Purview. Let me see what we have from Purview. Okay, we have almost the same thing. I'm going to leave it as it is. You want me to get started? Go to Classic Portal. I think I would they used to have a different design. So let's look at solution and then DLP. So the way it works, basically, like I said, only helps to prevent, it helps to prevent information from leaking out of the organization. So that's why I call it DLP. Even though there have been some advanced techniques, that, work with DLP to prevent leakage of information. And so basically the way it works is that, of course, the policy is going to be on the top. In this organization, there's a policy here. So there's a policy, and then the default policy is this one. You can take a look at the default policy and see exactly what that. So this is the policy that controls everything. Then you have an alert. The alert is configured in such a way that if any incident happens within that policy, or maybe the policy discovers something, then you should get an alert. So you need to create an alert where to report any incident for me. I think there was a time I got some alerts on my own end where I got several deletes. This is one of the alerts I got. Somebody must have deleted some things, or okay, this one has to do with email alerts or something, severity alerts. So I can get, if somebody is trying to send a document and then be the policy in place, and that document contains some sensitive information, and then it can block that person from sending the document, and then it can alert me as well that, oh, somebody's trying to send the information, but it has been blocked. And then you can give me, so should I give him a go ahead or something, depending on how you configure your alerts anyway. So that's on that. We have now this DLP, they have what we call sensitive information types. Then based on the AI now, they even need what we call trainable classifiers, which means you are going to be the one to train the classifier and said, if anybody does this, do this. If anybody does this, do this. If anybody do this, But let's look at these sensitive information types first. Sensitive information are general, unique information that you don't want anything. Once they come with their defaults from Microsoft, and Microsoft already adopted them. Like if somebody use a key, anything that has to do with driver's license, all this and number, automatically it will pick it. If you are trying to type, let's say, a US driver license of somebody, for instance, because it has a way of studying or picking the verification of driver license in the US, it will flag it that, oh, what you're about to type is a sensitive information. And what happens? You get alerts. Now, this sensitive information can be created more. And then again, this one has gone to the point now that you can actually train the system to understand that, okay, maybe there's a particular word that is being used in your organization, and you want that word that if anybody mentioned that word in your write-up, either in their listing, then you should be able to put that. Like, so those are the things, these are the sensitive business plan. You can retrain them in such a way to capture whatever it is within the organization. And then if anybody wants to send budgets, anything that has to do with that, they should also pick up. Maybe some content in the budget, they should report it. So basically, that's how it works. So we're not really going to, because it's a lot, we have to create, we have to put put alerts, and then when we do that, we have to test as well. So it's a lot. So we're going to do all those tests in next class. But again, if you want to try it on yourself, please try it, and then you drop a message. So if you need help, right? So we have that's about that. Let me quickly go through the last phase, which is the security admin explorer, and these are powerful tools, and I don't want to just leave you guys without getting to see them. We have under what's it called? Okay, this is admin, I believe. Okay, this is SharePoint. So let's go to security from admin. There are two powerful tools that you always take a look, especially when you relate to security under email collaboration. Again, all these are tracing. These are all asset resources for cybersecurity, investigation and responses, threats intelligence, assets, Microsoft Sentinel. They are all instruments for cybersecurity. We consider on the higher level. Now we have emails, collaborations. You are trying to investigate emails and all that. So let's take a look at the Explorer. From the Explorer helps you to get the kind of an insight. So if I want to send a sender, okay, somebody is sending information, somebody is sending from outside the organization, and I that person ID corresponds to, let's say, this person, for instance. It's going to give me all the information of this sender because it didn't send anything. It's not going to show. Let's say I'm the one which okay, let's say the sender is me, which is sending out. No data because I don't think I'll send anything. Let's say the sender, let's say I'm a recipient. I'm receiving now. So this should be able to, let me now pick up the time and dates. Let me see, but definitely I will definitely receive. That one is for sure. I'm saying that the recipient is equal to, okay, let's see. Let me see sender address from one of my, oh, okay, yeah, I'm getting from this. Let me use this one. Let's use sender address to any of this, just to, no data showing. I hope I'm in the right. Okay, I think I'm putting this wrong this in here. So sender address, recipient address, I'm putting them together. So something is going on somewhere. Okay, I'm going to copy this. So it's equal to this. And then I think I start dates 12. Okay, now I see. So I wasn't checking this one. So it picks me and get me all the information coming in. And then, so the good news, the thing about this is, so when you're tracing anything, you could see when people join through the Zoom at different time. So you could see the time, you could see, then there's that email coming in through. You could view the header, you could take action. There's so many things you can do. If you have any threats and all that, so you could get everything that you need from this and all that. So basically, you can check almost everything. That's a lot of flexibility in terms of you searching. So, and then in case if anything goes into within the organization going to quarantine, and then this is where you can release them. So we have a quarantine, you have a phishing, this is where, and all right, so there's no file quarantine emails. Let me see. Are there emails quarantine here? I think I'm seeing quite a number of them. So we have a couple of email quarantined. So if I release them, that's where I get, they get released. So, and then they will tell you the policy that acted on that. This one spam policies. This one phishing policy. Somebody's trying to, somebody's trying to impersonate me. That's what it means. So somebody trying to impersonate me, and then actually, this policy, intercepted that. So we have this one anti-spam. So if you send it too much email or something, then they block this, because somebody's trying to do that. So a whole lot of things can happen within this environment. So we have this. So I'm going to go to, I think the last one we have here, I'm going to go to the security now. Yeah. So we have policy. So under that same rules, that's where we have policy. This is big because policy is almost everything. Policy is almost everything. You want to be sure that you have. So we have threat policies, we have alert policy. We all know exactly what alert is. So we only create alerts, and then it notifies you of different activities within the environment. Now we have so in conclusion, we have threat policy. This threat policy is exactly what we need to master very, very well. So we have quite a number of policies. The one that we saw that the anti-phishing policy acted on it. Anti-spam policy acted on it. Anti-malware can also act on it. This is where you have virus. And then also if safe attachment tool can act on it. This is where you have somebody sending you an attachment and you felt, and they say you cannot open it because the attachment contains some malicious code or safe links. So all these are in play. So we have anti-phishing, anti-spam, anti-malware, and safe attachment, and other. But let me just go through anti-phishing. Anti-phishing is just a policy you configure to prevent somebody from impersonating you, basically. So the Microsoft always created one by default. You can have an idea of what it looks like by just opening it, and then it tell you exactly what it's going to do. So Microsoft created this one by default because we don't want to change it, but I will always recommend that you create your own if you want to create, if you want to. So we have phishing, and then we have what we call anti-spam. So if you're sending too much mails or whatever it is, it's going to flag you as anti-spam. So let's see. And this anti-spam, you remember when we talk about connecting filter, outbound, this, here it is. So we see all these policies there. First come to connecting filter, then go to anti-spam. We have the anti-spam, we have inbound and outbound. So the connecting filter is only one way when you are coming in. But anti-spam, you have when you are coming in and then when you are going out. So when you are coming in, default. What are the things you should check if anything is coming in? Bulk email threshold. Also, these are all the things that this user account should look for. And then, so the user, this policy should look for. And so if it's also, so again, you can create your own. When you create your own, you see the priority of this one. You say, I created priority 0 or something that I wanted to create. So I created priority 0, but the lowest is this. So you can decide to, have the lowest, maybe 1, 2, 3, and then you act differently. So you can have your priority, and then both anti-spam going out. How do you want the decision to be and all that? So I'm going to leave it as it is now. It's a lot of information for you to just go digest, at least for the next 1 week. Try to practice with it. You are going to be virtually going to be for those who are going to be transitioning, they need to set up their accounts. We need to, give them the free, if they want to have a dev account, which they're going to be using directly, they reach out to Ajiri. So Ajiri will, going to put Ajiri through how to create, invite them to the general account where they can start using to practice. So if once they set up with her, and then we'll automatically just create an account for them and they can go to. So it's easy now for those who have missed the class in the past, or for those who want to join. This is time for them to, start watching all the videos. I think it's going to be 6 videos in all. And then from there, we transition to the time Ajiri mentioned, and we'll start the class proper. So I feel that at that moment, I know that, okay, these are the people who really want to get into make it as a full career, or, gradually transition to IT. So then we can mean business from there and say, okay, let's go. It's because that will be the quiz have to be marked. The what's it called? The every assignment has to be presented. We have to present the assignments, and we have to look at the assignment together in the class. We have enough time to do a whole lot. So it's not just we just look at the quiz and we know. We have to look at these issues. People have different scenarios, different issues. We have to take a look at it critically, and then we'll get results. All right. So I think I'm going to hold on here. So for anyone with questions, that comes to the end of the class, which we can have all the time. We have all the time. We can deep dive and start creating those scenarios, and we start testing them. So I'm going to questions. I need a feedback. I need question to anyone. So you can start decommissioning your account. If you know you're not going to use it from now, you can start decommissioning it. If you want to keep it that you can always use anytime, just try to make sure that Microsoft don't charge you. Please, very, very important. Please make sure don't charge you. All right. So for those who are going to be, I will be calling some people just to say hello to you. But again, if you don't want to talk now, but we can just talk about it. We have that window. I think we've been about 2 weeks or so. If you have people, people will feel like, oh, they need to be part of this. Fine, we have all this thing recorded, and let them go through the step by steps, and then let's see how we can go about this, and then just let me know, then we can go from there. Thank you, everyone. Then, of course, for those who are going to be going to next class, we can look at different timing too as well, because it's going to be a paid class, that will work for everyone. So let's see. All right. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate all your time. God bless you.
Yeah, Mr. J, sorry.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, please, you all should please fill the form. I just dropped it again on the chat, so just help us fill the form so that we can get your different experiences about the training. Thank you very much.
Right.
Thank you so much, Ajiri. Thank you, Mr. Ajayi. We appreciate.
Thank you.
We'll fill the form and then get back to you on the next level.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you so much. God bless you. We appreciate your time.
Yeah, thank you.